Hello Toastmasters, hello everybody. Are you ready for the journey?
Yes.
The journey of life and maybe death, but that depends on the people who I will ask to join later. But first the story. Traveling can be fun. Well, we embark a train, because here I am not at the sea yet. So first we go on travel to the sea somehow, but for that you need to train first. And of course there is some delay or whatever. Finally we arrive at the sea. Then we take the boat, and then we have everything possible. Where shall we go? Life can be like that. Taking a boat and you don't know where to go. But this time, okay, let's go to the north, why not? And then to the west, to the east, to the ocean, to the middle of the ocean, the big ocean. And then suddenly something happens. This life, sometimes there are storms, but this storm is extreme. How can we survive? There is nothing here. This boat is going to sink, guys. Fortunately, we bought some stuff on the boat, but there are too many people. We need some people of this ship. We all are on the ship. And they will all die if some people will not leave the ship. I need 4 people to leave the ship. Who wants to leave the ship and join me on the stage? But then I also see an island there. And that island, hopefully we will survive if you join me on the stage. Otherwise, who knows what will happen on the boat. So, I need 4 volunteers here. And I also need to get some chairs, because otherwise you need to stand for, I don't know, a very long time.
Well, I hope you get chairs while you get volunteers.
Okay, so who wants to go? I only need 4, huh? Yeah, okay, well. Welcome.
You want to see as well? Maybe it's better, yeah. We can sit on the piano.
I will sit over here.
I think it's best if you sit here, you'll be on camera as well. Just staying inside the light.
Can I have a big round of applause for these This is our panel of this evening. And we're going to learn all about survival skills. And I know you're so brave that you want to survive, because you just jump out of the boat. How does that feel, guys? Can you introduce yourself, and why did you jump off the boat? Can I ask you first?
I'm Timothy, first time here.
Yes.
Well, why do I jump off the boat? Why would I sacrifice myself?
Yes. And how do you think you will survive?
I'll figure something out. It depends. Like, if there are other people on the boat that I think should survive, and I think, well, yeah, somebody needs to take responsibility to jump off the boat if it's really that dire of a situation, and not be willing to make that sacrifice.
Well, thanks a lot. That's a big sacrifice. Next.
So,
yeah.
I'm Glenn, and I think I will survive because I'm a good swimmer. I did a lot of swimming when I was younger, and I still do some swimming. And this has trained me to be a better chance of surviving. So I thought I would sacrifice myself too for people who are not so good at swimming as me. So, yeah.
Great. So you hear that, guys? You cannot swim. No, just kidding. But thanks a lot. Next one.
I am Harris.
Harris. Yeah.
Yeah. I decided that this was my opportunity to be a hero.
Master hero, yes. Don't you think so?
Hi, my name is Abdel.
Yeah.
I think the reason that I decided to come here up front and jump out of the boat was the reason because I was the one that came late. So it was fair that I was the one to join the boat late last time.
Yeah.
That I would be also the first one to provide my place.
Great. Anyone outside the camera? That's great. But how are we going to do this? Anyway, thank you so much. So the whole ship is saved. I see the ship going a bit further and then out of sight. I mean, they don't care so much. But they care that you jumped out of the boat, so thank you so much. But there is one good thing. Just before jumping out of the boat, you could bring some stuff to survive on the island. However, the bag is a bit too heavy. Show you the content, and I have the same content in here, so because you cannot see. Because to survive on an island you need some stuff. And I have the same stuff in here, so you can pass them around. I have 16 things you can bring. However, with only the 4 people, yeah, you can pass them around.
Pass the whole thing around.
Yeah, you can just show how does it feel, how do you think it feels, these things you can bring. Because you're only allowed to bring 7. All of you need to decide which 7 items you will bring to the island. And I want to hear some good arguments here. So what do we have? A flare gun. Now, it might be useful with inflatable rafts. I have an axe, sunscreen. I don't want to burn, right? A lamp, hiking boots, a pot, you can cook in there maybe or whatever. Toilet paper, something to sleep in, I guess. Mirror, rifle, fishing rod, rope, water filter, compass, and insect repellent. Well, in the Netherlands, these insects are fine, but in some countries it can be deadly, you know. Now, these are 16, but you can only make 7, because otherwise you will sink and you will die. So that is not allowed. Now, out of these 16, you can only select 7. Do you have any idea what you want to select?
But if you take something, then the other people will have less, right?
You are a team now. So you're all in the island, but you need to survive with these 7 items.
So we need to discuss with each other.
Exactly.
Okay.
Okay. I mean, the mirror, here's a must have.
What? The mirror?
Hair,
Also share to the audience, they feel also interested. So why do you think a mirror is useful?
Nah, I'm just kidding.
Why are you just kidding? Okay.
Okay, I think we should leave the mirror as well. But a rifle, on the other hand, we should get that with us to get some food.
Yeah.
Right?
Agreed.
Okay.
I disagree with the rifle because there are only 4 bullets. And we need to think long term.
I didn't think of that. Pretty good.
So from that perspective, I think the mirror might be much more useful because we're going to use it to light a fire.
What about the fishing rope?
I think the fishing rod would be useful. What do you think of that?
Yeah, agree. A lot of sea around us, so fishing would be interesting.
So fishing rods would be one of our choices then?
Together with a mirror.
Yes?
Really?
Mirror. But I also heard somebody
That's-
else saying mirror. You need something unanimous.
We have some
So why do you think the
I
mirror?
don't know if there's something that we can get a fire going on.
Well, that's the
Depends on,
That would be the mirror. There's no.
depends on the island as well. If we can find something there
Yeah.
to make a fire.
And if there are like a few animals out there that could potentially harm us, then I guess a rifle with 4 bullets might actually, like it's a means of defense aside from just.
Can we also raise some questions regarding the island?
Of course you can, but I won't tell you at the moment much about the islands.
Yeah.
But, so I heard some discussion going on about the mirror and the rifle and the fishing rod. So is there anything you want to bring of those 3?
The fishing rod.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Fishing rod, so this one. Let's put it here, yeah.
Well, toilet paper, I think we can forget about that one.
I think so too.
Yeah.
Okay.
What do you think? That's a good idea to forget about the toilet
I think
paper.
the same for the insect.
Yeah, insect repellent is also useless.
Okay? So no toilet paper and what's the other one?
And no insect repellent.
No insect repellent, right? Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I think a water filter would be handy.
Yeah. Assuming it's in the middle of the ocean. and
We
there's no
could
fresh
make it
water.
ourselves if there are bottles on the island.
There might be a lot of malaria mosquitoes there. Is it really? You don't know.
But we are 4 people. I mean, how long will this insect repellent last?
Yeah. The water filter will last a long time.
Good question.
What do you think about the water filter?
Yeah, I do.
Yes?
I agree.
Okay. Cool. And the pot?
Yeah, same.
Yeah,
So we can-
heat water and
But then we need the mirror to make the fire for the pot, I guess.
there are other ways to create
Yeah.
fire.
Depends on what the islands can give us.
There are some things for the
Maybe the flare gun as a survival.
I'm not sure, it depends on how far we are from the shore. If it's like in the middle of the ocean,
Yeah, both still possible.
You could also just make a sign on the
Yeah.
beach.
I can tell you one thing, you can see the islands, otherwise you cannot survive. So,
Yeah, I mean the other way around. Can other boats or
no, there are no
airplanes?
boats anymore. You're just in a position that you can swim to the island.
Yeah.
Let me tell you that.
Did you choose this? Yes.
but that's,
So these are things that we chose.
Yeah, how many do we have?
3.
We chose the fishing rod pot and the water filter.
Yes. So we have another 4 left.
So let's see what we can ditch.
Okay. And these are final?
Yes.
These were bringing.
Okay, let me ask you one question.
Okay.
So, why do you think you need a pot?
Well, when you catch some fish or you catch some food to cook it, to cook water.
I think you do.
Ah, that's why you took the fishing rod. Isn't that clever, guys?
Yeah.
And why the water filter? Can you say something about it?
So we can drink our water from the sea. We can filter the water from the sea or rivers and then drink it and use it for cooking.
Okay, it's all combined somehow.
And the pot could also be useful for that. If like the water is unclean to a certain extent, you could heat it up and it could become cleaner, or you could kill bacteria, etc. So cooking water is definitely a way to sanitize it.
Yeah, that makes sense somehow. Okay, 4 more to go.
Yeah, I think we can't find 4 better ones than the mirror in here.
Yeah, sunscreen could go on, I think.
I think so too.
Yeah, that one can go on.
Yeah.
Hiking shoes.
I think the axe would be useful.
Yeah.
I think so. 2. 4?
Do we all agree about the axe?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
for cutting wood and then making the fire, right?
Exactly. Exactly.
Axe. Are you sure?
Yes. Okay.
Do you think it's a good idea to put an axe or?
Yeah.
And then strawberry, maybe if there's sort of
Okay.
wood around.
Okay, let's go in the right direction.
Can we get rid of the hiking boots?
Yes, we can.
Oh, sorry.
The same for the hammock. Yeah, because it's not as hot.
It
Holiday,
could
so-
be useful with the fishing.
You're going quite fast.
So Glenn, you think the hammock could be useful for the fishing?
Not more useful than that, I guess.
So we need
And
to
we can also fish from the side.
we need to use 2 more from here. Then we have the 7.
I think.
I think the rope would be useful
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Or
Climbing the rocks.
Or if you have the inflatable raft, I'm not sure if that's.
It's a matter of life and death. Think about this. You think it's not enough. You need to
you
be
want-
sure it is useful.
I think the rope is a good one.
Yeah. Like how far were we from any, like, is there any boat that ever is in the vicinity to be able to see the flare gun?
I don't know. I haven't checked the schedule of boats.
what exactly can we use the rope for?
Climb,
Where,
tighten certain items.
what would you need that for? Things?
Well, I think, as I mentioned, maybe mostly for if there's any rocks that you can climb mountains to find some food or something or something.
Okay.
Yeah, we can use it to catch stuff, to climb trees if we need, we can use it even to hunt.
To hunt with
How would you do that?
to us.
Make a lasso?
That's
okay.
I also think that the inflatable raft would still be useful, not only just as a raft, because we have, actually don't really have that much food because we don't have the gun. We do have water. Another thing we would like to have, depending on the island, is shelter. And we don't really have any of that, so like an axe and a rope could potentially provide that.
No.
But a raft is also like, could be a makeshift, depending on how big the raft is, like a makeshift roof. So something that's a little more safe than just being on the open, if you repurpose it.
Okay. So why did we get rid of the hammock then?
I mean, yeah, with the hammock is just like, I think it's just to relax.
The inflatable raft could get a hole in it.
Yeah, that's true, but I don't think it's, like, if it's a good inflatable raft, I doubt that it's gonna get a hole in it if you just put it down in a secure way. It's a makeshift way to do things.
So how many do we have now?
We have 4, and we need to make a decision.
Plus rope, then 5?
Rope, it's 5.
Okay.
Then we have 2 more.
I think the mirror will be a good thing for making fire if we can't find
Yeah.
anything on the island.
I agree.
I think we could ditch maybe these 3, and then we should have enough, right? With the mirror and the raft.
Because we can use the fire we make with the mirror for instead of a lamp. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but that runs on some kind of fuel that will be out in one day, then it's useless.
Also true.
Yeah.
And we can make fire instead of using a flare gun.
And the compass, depending on how big the island is, I don't see a lot of purpose for it.
So let's agree on the mirror, then we have
Sure.
the mirror that is out, then we have one left.
Okay, the mirror, very interesting. As I remember,
I think that
we played mirror before.
It could be interesting if you want to go fish outside or go to maybe another island that's close by.
Yeah.
I don't know why the inflatable raft is a better choice than the hammock.
Yeah, as I mentioned, you can perhaps then visit other islands that are too far to swim, but you're able to go there by boat.
Yeah.
Or
And if it's
fish.
If it's really raining, then, or if you need some kind of shelter, then the raft is big enough to provide that.
Oh, I'm sorry.
The
I thought the
hammock
hammock
is like,
was like a wooden boat. I'm sorry. Okay, then I agree on the inflatable raft. Yes.
Yeah. They can protect us from like rain and stuff.
Yeah.
If there are no caves.
Exactly, yeah.
That's the one?
Yeah,
Yes.
that's the one.
Wow, that is. And we have the inflatable raft. The mirror. There we go. We are going. Look at that, right?
The compass.
Compass map. On this.
The Gun.
No gun.
No gun. Okay. So you want go for bugs then? Nice. The list. Now, is this a unanimous decision? Do you all agree with that?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. So audience, what do you think? Is this a reasonable selection? Can you...
Unless the mirror is a magnifying mirror, I don't see how that works for a fire. You need a lens to make a focal point. So just a mirror, I think, is pretty useless on an island.
Or can be used as a kind of a mirror to get signals to both of them.
Oh yes,
That
there's
is-
reflection. Yeah.
Thank you for that. For the mirror, as might be not so useful, but a signal can be useful. Do you have some comments on this? Why it might not be so useful?
Yeah, I didn't know that. So
No,
That's-
I can assume that it would have some kind of function, like if you direct it correctly at the right piece of wood, then you can manage to kind of funnel that power into a single spot, which obviously a magnifying glass would be better.
Yeah.
But I think you can achieve something with a mirror.
Okay, we will see.
That's like,
Thanks for the comments. I saw somebody there. Yeah.
The island is in the sea, right?
Yeah, otherwise it's not.
So do we know the filter filters out salt? Or is it just a filter that you get at the blocker?
That's a good point. I didn't tell what kind of water filter it was. Sorry. What do you think? Is it the right water filter or is it just some...
Yeah. What is part of a survival kit? You assume that they have considered it to be used for.
Yeah, that is true, huh?
I think you can separate salt from the water by cooking it, by boiling it.
yeah, it's also the pan, and you can just put a leaf over it. So.
But then you have the salt only.
Yeah.
And the water evaporates.
We use
Ah.
You can use
sodium as well,
and
right?
Oh yeah, okay, yeah.
catches it and grips it.
Jesus.
To salt our fish.
So one final, I see there one final one.
Yeah, I need some gun to protect from any animals or to sign a boat that comes close.
But this
We
is,
often
this is why we have the axe.
Yeah, no, it's
To be clear, you're going to be waving an axe at the jaguar, for example. Okay.
He's a hero.
Yes, I got that far.
And
John,
if
why-
five jaguars, you're gone, because they're only full bomb.
Yeah, but how many islands do you have with jaguars?
Exactly, like why do you
Only
mention there
turtles.
will be jaguars on the island? There
Or
might
a
be
bear.
nothing but innocent birds.
maybe boar or like
Gun is better for birds, because birds fly.
For the birds. Yeah, but yeah.
What are you gonna do with an axe against a bird? Are you going to throw it into a
But
bird?
what are we gonna do with a gun with 4 bullets?
That's sure.
For birds, for people.
For one meal.
Also,
Assuming they're gonna hit it, because if
yeah,
you're having a
you
gun
cannot
and
catch bird with a bullet. You need pellets. So
Alright. Thanks for all the remarks. Interesting throwing an axe. Well, thanks a lot for this list. Let's see how you've done. And I have 3 possible scenarios of the island.
Yeah, that was my first question. We might be in one of these.
Let's see how they have done. This, I only have 3, otherwise it takes a bit long. So, oh, you got nothing. So you can have one. I think it was 7, or maybe 4 then. But we'll see.
Okay, interesting.
Okay, can you start reading what the island is like.
Remember the movie King Kong? Well, you're on that island. Hello, you have to survive. You have to avoid King Kong, dinosaurs, and very large flying insects. That's the first time.
I'm wishing for that.
Where is this insect, guys?
In the done.
Seriously? But I see you next year. You can also hit this one. You can blind even. That went quite well, eh? I think they will survive on that island. Glenn, what do the dollars for that?
Yeah, the island is warm during the day. However, at night the temperature on the island drops to -30 degrees Celsius and everything freezes. So it's good we have an axe and a mirror to make fire. And, and also we have an axe and I will be able to skin animals with the help of the axe to make fur clothes for us so we can stay warm during the night and sleep early.
That is very well explanation. That is, yeah, good selection. No, Alice.
Welcome to the Snake Island. This island is covered in poisonous snakes. They're everywhere. The only place which is safe is the beach. However, at high tide, the beach disappears.
Oui. Well,
So-
what do we have? The raft. Well, it's useful after all.
That might be useful, yeah. And the axe, I knew the axe would be useful. You can definitely use the axe to kill snakes.
Good. You can even use the rope. The final island scenario.
Yeah. The island is full of zombies who only come out at night. They will definitely eat you if they see you, but they are afraid of water.
There.
So I was thinking it's good that we have the raft, so at night we just swim like, or at least go out in the sea for a couple of miles and come back in the morning again. The sun comes up.
Now, in retrospect, all these 4 islands did a pretty good job. Unless somebody disagrees, but...
You're all gonna die.
Probably.
That's what we have the rope for.
At least we still live.
It's gonna make an awesome story for Netflix though.
So let me end this nice discussion with some sort of evaluation. So how did you think it went? Did you see some role pattern? Because Toastmasters, where leaders are made, that somebody stand up as a leader, or is it more like everybody was giving an equal contribution? Does anybody have some thoughts about this? How did the discussion go?
I think it went quite equally. They seem to discuss it quite equally. So there's potential for good teamwork there. But then they might also stumble if there's only one clear leader. Maybe they'll fight over who gets a leadership position.
Yeah.
And also Glenn, as a good sergeant of arms, was there organizing the options.
Yeah. There are cookies there somewhere, I'm sure of it.
Yeah. Good, thank you, Colonel, that was great. Thank you, audience, for listening. And that was my island adventure.